Hi everyone, thanks for joining. This is our session today. It's called Creativity, and today's guest is a really special guest. Her name is Aaira Kaur, and she'll be joining us in some time. And that's Aaira. She is a self-love coach, and she does a lot of other things as well in the same field. So today we're going to have this session. So a bit about creativity. So we always wanted to, have this platform where we can invite people, and have a really nice conversation with them based on maybe a cup of coffee or chai, and it's basically catching up with someone who has been doing fantastic in their field, people who are passionate, people who are creative, and people who are also changing the world, healing the world together. They do things which are inspiring. It also helps us understand how they think, and also probably help us to understand their thinking process, ways to collaborate, and that's what we are going to do. This is a session. This is a series that's going to work probably weekly if everything goes fine and we have enough guests. So with that, let me just invite our guest for tonight, guys, and please welcome. Her name is Aaira Kaur, and do check it out on her Instagram. Aaira for Love. That's her Instagram page. So I'm gonna have Aaira with me in a while, and I think Aaira is live with Aaira. Okay.
Hi.
Hi Aaira, can you hear me?
Yes, of course, I can hear you. I can see my beautiful picture.
Great. So I'm gonna change that and come back in the format.
Oh, now we have Rohit.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aaira. I'm just gonna turn off commenting for now so that people can see you while you speak,
Yeah.
and then we can open up and take questions. Meanwhile, guys, if you can hear my voice, you can just say a thumbs up. You can give a thumbs up to Aaira and to me so that we know you are able to hear both of us, me and Aaira. So, Aaira, just say hi to our wonderful audience who have been looking forward to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. So, are you excited for the self-love talk today? I'm very excited to give, so I hope you are also excited.
Great, perfect. So I think it works perfect. People can hear us. That's wonderful. So I'm gonna turn off commenting for now, guys, but I'm gonna turn it on soon so that you can ask questions. Right now, I want to see Aaira, and I want all of you to see Aaira when she's speaking about self-love. So let me tell a little story about a conference I went to last year in September to Goa, and it was like a pre-conference night, and I was taking a stroll on the beach, and then I saw this girl sitting and meditating on the beach. Like, I think we were just taking stroll after the dinner, and this girl is sitting and meditating in the night at 10 p.m. in the night, and that's very intriguing to see that someone is meditating at 10 p.m. in the night, and that too when everyone is having fun around. She is sitting and meditating, and that girl was Aaira. In the conference, we also spoke about what she does, and she talked about the things that she has been doing, and then I also got a chance to meet her after I came back to Delhi and Gurgaon, and also visit her for a farm party that she organized, and ever since then I've been in touch with her. So Ira, welcome to our creativity session, and
Thank you, Rohit, so much.
that moment. Welcome. So that moment when I saw you sitting on the beach meditating in the night, that was really different from what other people do, because usually people, when they go to Goa, they either like go to like they basically drink, chill, or probably just chill with their friends. So what came to your mind that you just at that moment decided to sit down and meditate? That's what I was really curious.
Oh, that's a nice question, Rohit. So I would say that for me, it was the perfect place. It was like for me, it's a heaven. I'm a love person of especially for beaches. And for me, at that moment, it was like my inner peace was when I was connecting to the ocean. I was feeling the ocean and I was feeling the waves and the sound that ocean was making. I would say it was the most blissful sound for me. And
Hmm.
so what everybody needs, why we party, just to be happy from within. And that moment was giving me actually blissful moment. So I was partying inside.
Yeah, you. It looked like you were partying from inside because I remember, seeing you and you look so calm and happy, and I'm like, wow, that people can be happy with themselves, like being in their own company. So that's what I think probably kept me going and being in touch with you. And now you are here with us on this session. So Ira, just tell a bit about yourself. I've introduced you as a self-love coach, which is a very unusual thing to do for people, because uh, it's difficult to self-love yourself. Like leave behind the idea of being a coach for self-love. So what is your journey? How did it started, and how you became a self-love coach?
So my journey started with it's a long journey, and it started with healing. So but even going more back, I was a very nauseous person. Like people used to call me nauseous
Oh.
because I was so much in love with myself. I will say that I won't even care about the other people. So there was love for me, but that was, I will say, a selfish love because I was only
Hmm.
caring about myself, not the other people. But this
Yeah.
turned around, and I started learning healing, pranic healing. So I'm a pranic healer also. I attended various meditation classes. I attended healing to understand myself on a deeper level. And it brought me to a journey of where I can say I learned master NLP, mind programming, hypnotherapy, and life coaching. And it brought out my main aim for life. So my aim was always very clear about self-love. But yes, the idea of
Okay.
the self-love was distorted little bit. And but in this journey, I understand how important it is to love yourself on a very deeper level, not on a superficial level of
Hmm.
just taking a selfie and like, ah, wow, I'm looking so good. Not on that level, but in a very deeper level of taking the responsibility of your life, owning the
Hmm.
responsibility, and working towards the most highest self. Like you are what you are. You can create what you want to, but do you think you can really create? Or you just allowing it, okay, it will happen? So these were the questions which mangled up, and I started searching from within that yes, if I can create, then how I can create and how I can own my responsibility. And being in
Hmm.
that process, I realized that I am meant for this work only. In fact, Rohit, if I say initially, people were like, self-love coach? What is that? And why self-love coach? Corporate won't accept you. Self-love, there's no love there. So these were the actual comments that I used to get from HRs and everybody. And I'm like, if you don't have self-love, what will you do in your entire life?
Hmm.
And so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I tried to shift from self-love. Okay, maybe I should not use the word love and use more, uh, okay, life coach. But it didn't suit me. It was not suiting me. It was not suiting my personality. So I was like, to hell with everyone. I will be self-love coach. So you want to love yourself?
Wow.
You want to reach to your highest dreams, or you want to reach to your highest potential? Then you can get connect to me.
Wow. That's fantastic. And Yeah, that's what I think is the core of it, because that also creates so much curiosity. When I also heard about self-love, I'm like, okay, everyone loves themselves, so why do you need a coach for that? But then the more you dig into that question, the more important it becomes, that how tribal this issue is, that is about self-love. So, like, talking about self-love a bit more, what is the difference between self-love and being selfish? Because a selfish person can also come and say, okay, I am also loving myself, but loving myself too much, that I don't give a damn about the world or anybody else. So how do you answer that question, and how it's different from being selfish or self-indulgent into yourself, or
Yeah,
say, yeah,
absolutely,
narcissism, for
absolutely.
example.
Exactly. So I'm coming from that area, so I know how to define it well. So it is like in self-love, it's not only about loving yourself. When you actually know, understand, love yourself, you do the same with the other person.
Hmm.
Exactly the same. So it's like the rules that is for yourself are the rules that is for the other person. But in selfishness,
Okay.
the rule for yourself is not definitely the same for the other person, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an interesting
And
point.
it is also when you love yourself, you are more of like, I feel this, and I don't feel good. I don't like, it's like you are describing yourself. But when you are selfish, it's like, you don't know anything. You don't take care of me. You don't value me. So it's like always blaming the other person, blaming the situation, blaming the other
Hmm.
person. But in self-love, you don't blame any other person. You take your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if whatever has happened, whatever the other person has done, I'm feeling hurt from within, so it is my problem.
Hmm.
So I
Wow.
am calculating the other person on the value of right and wrong. I am doing it.
Hmm.
It's not that it is
Hmm.
necessary he is right or wrong. So it is my perception.
Wow.
So I take full my perception,
Hmm.
my responsibility. So this is the major differences between
Nice.
selfishness and self-love. And the more you will be also
Okay.
like, I trust myself, that's why I trust you. If I don't trust
Hmm.
myself, I will keep on going and saying to the other everybody that you are not that trustable. How can I trust you?
Hmm.
These questions are all
Yeah,
comes
that's a
when you
really good
don't trust
point as well.
yourself.
Yeah. Um, I went to a meetup. It was also like a meetup for people, and one of the questions that people asked, and I think out of four people, three people asked this question. It was about, how do I trust myself and how do I trust others? That was the common question that all the people, I think, were like a group of four people. Three people had the same question. So how do people trust themselves, that what they're doing is right, and not punish themselves for doing something? How do you do that? Because I know so many people who basically punish themselves if the things don't go the way they wanted to do, or they either get into like a self pity mode. Is that it's like a victim mentality or a teacher mentality, that you're either always scolding yourself, or you are just like listen yourself scolding yourself. You know what I'm saying? So how do
Yeah,
you
yeah, it's a guilt
break
trip.
from
People
that
go for the
and come
guilt
out and
trip.
become, yeah, guilt trip, yeah, the word, yeah. So how do like someone starts from there and come to a point where they are loving themselves, or self-love, the like the mindset of self-love?
So I will add to this that it's a process. Self-love is a lifelong romance. So you should be ready to do
Hmm.
that lifelong romance. It's not a one-day job that you have a sip of coffee and you are done with it. So, and
Okay.
talking about that trust, so
Yeah.
it comes with practice, practice of
Hmm.
trusting yourself. And when you say that, how should
Hmm.
I trust myself? Trusting, it's like whatever action that you are doing. So you have the self-doubt, I'm right or wrong. So you
Mm.
go into the evaluation of yourself only, that right or wrong, that I'm gonna fail or I'm gonna achieve it. So these are the parameters that we are always evaluating ourselves. And where you get the parameters from? You got these parameters from somewhere you have listened to, somewhere you have experienced in your life, and from all the areas you can get this parameter. But are these the only parameters of life? It's
Mm.
okay to fail because it gives me more experience in life. It's
Yeah.
okay to do wrong because it makes me know that next time I will do the right thing.
Hmm.
So it's okay. And if you want to believe that all the, like, whosoever you think that is successful in life have reached by doing all the right things, I am sorry. It's definitely not
Mm.
true. So,
Yeah.
right and wrong, it's a part and parcel of your life. We maintain a balance because we have creating this
Hmm.
right and wrong. For the, if I say for the eye of somebody, it would be like, this is right and this is wrong. For eye of me, you will say, no, this is right and this is wrong. So what's the
Mm.
parameter? It could be different for every person. But what matters is,
Yeah.
so if you want to believe, you always do the right thing and something good will happen maybe afterwards.
Yeah. So that's really interesting to like to understand it from a change of mindset. So it's like changing a mindset about what is right and wrong and how you basically like change that evaluation measurement that always in your mind about things always need not to be right or or wrong, but there could be like something like some good in the bad as well. For example, like
Yeah,
you said,
what
like even if you
I
fail,
say,
there is something that you have learned from that.
what I say, right is
Yeah.
right and wrong is absolutely right.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Right is right, but wrong is absolutely right.
Uh-huh. So now we have a very interesting question, Ira, for you from
Okay.
Words Sound Wash, and the question is on what should one base their self worth? I think it's directly connected to the self love. So self love and self worth, are they like directly connected?
I say self-love is like an umbrella, and in that
Mhm.
umbrella, everything will come. So
Yes.
self-love is a path to self-realization.
Hmm.
And to get that self-realization, we follow the self-love path. And when you talk about the self-worth, is again that are you feeling worthy of yourself or worthy of different things? Why not? You are like
Hmm.
it's a all old saying, but you are that one of the running powerful sperm which was able to ovulate. So you are
Yeah.
already the winner,
Mm.
and you have already come across so much. And self-worth is, it's okay. I am there. I am born in this earth. That's why I'm valuable. So you create your
Mm.
own worth. I give you an example of it. I So this thing was always there in me that I never found myself guilty. I
Okay.
never found myself guilty. And people will try hard to make me feel guilty that you should say sorry because you have done wrong. And so there was a song of Elton John, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. I used to listen to that song and I was like,
Hmm.
shit, man, I can't really say sorry. I don't feel that I've done anything wrong.
Mm.
So, can you imagine the society actually really made me say sorry?
Mhm.
And sometimes that's when I say sometimes society are teaching you such bad and stupid things in life, and then you have to undo it again to get back to yourself.
So tell me about it. Like school, society, things that I don't know. I think they do good, of course, but there are also a lot of things that you need to also get rid of or unlearn as you grow in life. I think that's what my
Yeah, totally
experience has been,
unlearn.
and unlearn exactly right. So I've been a huge fan of personal transformation. I totally believe in that. You can transform yourself if you believe in yourself, or even if you don't believe in yourself, you can believe in someone else, and take their help. And actually, if you have a good mentor, you can definitely transform yourself as a person, your
Absolutely.
relationships, your life around you. So there is a book that you wrote, and that book was
Yes.
also about self-love, and I remember that book because yeah. So the book's title is Self-Love, right? And it says Doodles by Rohit Soni. Oh yeah, yes, I can read it because wow, that's
And
that's fantastic. So do you want to talk a bit about this book because I want everyone to understand about this book that you have written.
definitely. And I will say that the best thing that Rohit did on this doodling is like describe the entire book on it. He described it so well that I would say that the entire book is like in this only page. Entire book is on this page. If you understand your condition when you are like having the lack of self-love and you go through so much of pain, you feel lonely, you feel alone in the crowd, you have your guilt trips, you have self-criticism, you don't trust any other person, you are dishonest to yourself, and there's so many complications. Relationships are not working out, your career is like taking a toll on you, your finance is like not so enough, and your health is like, yeah, I'm still working on it. And so there are so many things that
Yeah.
you go through when you lack self-love. And once you start filling yourself with those love, emotions of love, which is, I say, trust, responsibility, freedom, security, money, pleasure, when you start filling yourself with all those emotions, and you don't get it in the market, trust me, you have to develop it. So when you start filling up those emotions, this is what makes you beautiful from inside. It start healing your physical body. It start helping you become more emotionally intelligent and helps you build a better relationship with others. Because it is something like if you don't understand yourself, how will you understand the other person? You are with yourself for
Mhm.
so many years from the time you are born, and you're not able to understand yourself, and you want the other person to understand you, who is like maybe a year or 2 years or maybe 10 years with you. How is it even possible? That person is not a saint,
Yeah.
I must tell you. Maybe a saint will understand you, but definitely not a saint. And then when you start filling yourself with that love, that power of self-love, with more gracefully, you start developing better relationship, and you mentally also enhance, like your mind will become more intuitive, more powerful, more stronger, and your decisions would be you will start appreciating about. And when these
Mhm.
things starts happening in your life, you actually become that person of loving yourself. And there is some, you can say, the spark of light happens within you, and you feel like, yes, this is the happiness and peace I was longing for and searching for. So it tells you
Uh,
everything about and even how to practice it on all the levels. You have to grab your own copy.
that's That's amazing. Yeah, I when I got the the idea of doodling for this book, I was not sure because I couldn't understand self-love at that time. So when Ira requested me to make some doodles, I told her, see, I'm gonna read the book first, and then only I'll be able to do it. And once I start reading the book, I realized like how interesting and powerful the whole process of self-love is. And like as you move from first page to the last chapter, it just becomes more clear in your mind that how the whole process of self-love is unfolding, why it is important, how it's important to love yourself if you want to get love from the world as well. And it opens up so many layers, and it is written in a like a very simple language, like the same way we are having a conversation right now is the same way I feel like when I'm reading the book. And I think I read it probably in 2 days, and I was ready to make the doodles for it because I understood it in those 2 days. So that was an amazing experience of doodling for this book, guys. You should definitely check out this book. It's called Self Love by Aaira. And yeah, interesting. So I don't, there's one thing that's happening on your screen is it's becoming a little pixelated, maybe because of the internet connection. So do you want to just check once, or I can just connect you again? Like I can see you, but
Oh,
it's a little pixelated uh, on my
okay.
screen.
I can see myself properly.
Yeah.
Uh, so is it
Okay.
pixelated
So
still?
let's see if it gets better. Yes. From my end, I can see it pixelated. Let me check with people. Guys, can you see it fine? Just let us know in the comments so we know how it's going. So there are two ways. So either we'll just wait for some time and see if it gets better, or I can
Yeah,
pull you again and then you can join again. So that's not a problem. Let
yeah,
me
yeah,
just
sure.
wait to hear from people. Okay.
Guys, tell us,
All right. So guys,
am
let
I
us know
getting pixelated?
if you can see.
Am I evaporating myself into small particles of electron and proton and running on your screen? Nobody is
It
answering.
looks like it's like a glass door which is not so it's like a foggy glass like that.
All right.
So I can see you, but I can't see the in perfect pitch. Okay, so
So John Radha
maybe you
has
wanna
said yes. So what yes means? It's pixelating or it's not pixelating?
yeah guys, you have to tell if it's pixelated or not. Okay, I think it is little pixelated. That's what they're saying that it is. So yeah, so join us back,
Okay, both
Ira.
videos are getting pixelated.
Okay, so I'll just have you with me again. Okay, so just I'm just gonna drop you and then you can join me again. Okay, let's do
Okay.
that. All right, guys. So I hope my so I'll just take some of the comments, guys. All right, so the video is pixelated. I'm gonna have Ira back again so that we can have our conversation. And Kanika is saying, can we start doodling? Well, doodling is not part of this session. We are going to talk from Ira because she has some amazing information and knowledge about
Yeah,
self-love,
hi.
which you don't get to hear every day.
So
So welcome
hopefully,
back, Ira.
let's see how. I think we're gonna rock the world by pixelating everyone. So this is what, self-love people are more like
So
they see beauty in everything. You will feel the beauty in everything. It's like whatever is happening, I will
yeah,
say it's happening something for good. So the entire world Wi-Fi is not good. So bear with
yeah.
us.
So I can still hear. Yeah, like I'm so glad that I can still hear the calming voice, and that's enough, for me to have a conversation with you. So whenever I talk to you over the phone, also like the voice is so like calming that it just relaxes me down, and that's something that I really appreciate in people who have this love for themselves and for others. That it's just very therapeutic to just talk to them or listen to them. So that's what I get when I talk to you, Ira. Okay. There's something that all of us has been going through, which is this lockdown, right? and this uncertainty happening in the world. Uh, and I know so many of my friends who, even being creative, go through this feeling of uneasiness and not being able to focus. Uh, how do you like keep yourself contained,
I
calm?
will say for this, I'm a very meditative person, so I meditate a lot. So my morning starts with exercises, breathing, and
Hmm.
meditation, and then my work starts. So nothing before it. And one tip that
Okay.
I can share with everyone, if you do that, you will see there will be a certain gush of calmness and relax that will prevail in all. So you want to try it? It will take most 1 minute only.
Oh, you wanna have an oh,
Yes,
you wanna
yes,
have an
it's very
exercise right
easy
now? All right.
exercise,
Perfect.
and I
Yeah.
say it
Let's go for it.
hugging yourself. So self hug. And when you self hug, but there is a special way to do it. But when you self hug, it makes you feel more compassionate towards yourself, and it will also relax you down and calm you down. So you do raise both of your hands and say
Hmm.
hi,
Hmm. Like this.
and
Yeah.
one hand another under the armpit, and another hand under the armpit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So just yeah.
Okay.
Now
Oh, like that.
just
Okay.
be aware of your
Yeah.
36 breath. So just you can just relax and breathe in,
Hmm.
normal
And how do you
breathing
do
in,
that? Like,
normal breathing in and breathing out. So you just follow.
okay.
I will just make the process.
Hmm.
Just relax, keep your hug, breathe in and breathe out.
Sure.
With every breath that you take, you allow yourself to go deeper and deeper inside yourself. And with every breath, you relax yourself. Let go of all the hurt, pain. So just breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, you feel more calm within yourself. And when you breathe out, you release all the toxicity, negativity, and just release them. Breathing in and breathing out. Your breath is your life. You are alive because you're breathing. So be aware of your powerful breath, this beautiful breath of life. So breathe in and breathe out. Have complete awareness of your breath. Breathe in the life and breathe out the negativity. Breathe in love and breathe out stress. Just let go of all the stress. Breathe in love and breathe out worries, tension. Breathe in love and breathe out hate, anger. Breathe in love and breathe out and allow yourself. You are a beautiful person, a beautiful soul, always happy and delighted. And you are a loving being. So just be aware of the love within you. Just breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, you are powerful. And breathe out, yes, I am. So just be aware of yourself, your love, your light, and your power. You are the most amazing and beautiful person in the entire world. You are unique. You are amazing. You are awesomely creative, fun, and happy. So breathe in and breathe out. And you can relax yourself. I hope you had 36 breaths. How was it?
Oh wow, it's amazing. I think it was like transcending from the room that you're sitting somewhere to just go out of that room in the open sky and coming back. It was a fantastic experience, and I think that's what with breathing, I guess, it's like it makes you feel so light
Yes,
and so
absolutely.
calm that just helps. And yeah, it was great. Wow, so like you do this every day in the
Any time
morning?
of the day. Any time of the day you can do it. It's like hugging yourself
Okay,
even while watching a TV.
all
Just
right.
do it for 1 minute.
So one of the things that you do is, mhm, yeah, I'm just noting it down, hugging yourself. Okay, yeah. So it'll be like a note on my desk. So it'll keep reminding me. Okay, perfect. So that's one of the ways to do it. There's also something that you do about sleeping, with sound. And what is that thing about? It's called sound healing, or that thing that you do with
Yes,
which
yes.
you were doing at the conference. So do you want to share a bit about that, because that's also really something very
Yeah,
powerful, which I
absolutely.
think
So
that
these
you
are
also
the singing
practice.
balls, and it's a sound healing. So sound healing is like works on the waves of your brain pattern. And
Hmm.
once this sound play, your brain waves automatically slide down to high beta, to low beta, to alpha, to theta, to even delta. And I think even doodling does that, that it takes your brain state to alpha to theta level so that it helps you become more creative. And this is what exactly sound does. Sound takes your brain waves to very relaxed and calming state. And once you connected with it, it just makes you very peaceful. Am I connected? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. So the last line, I missed the last line, but I got the
Yes,
waves that
so
you were
it
talking about.
helps you get relaxed completely. And this sound therapy is like I can share the link of the YouTube channel.
Hmm.
So my YouTube channel, Self Love Ira. And in this channel, you will get the sound therapy. And with that, it's a Yog Nidra
Okay.
also there, which will help you go deeply relax and it will bring a lot of healing. So people especially are not able to have sleep properly and not able to are having anxiety or not able to relax themselves down. Just lie down on the bed and just listen to it. Nothing else you have to do. And you will automatically feel that you are from within. Because people who are new to meditation, they can't really jump and hop into it, and it's like for them it's difficult. But with Yog Nidra, it's easy because you just have to lie down on the bed, plug the earphone, and if you're sleeping, just sleep it off. And it will definitely heal you.
Wow. So that's something that I want to try for sure. I want to try for sure, because last week we did a workshop on doodling for better sleep, and the idea of the workshop is to use doodling as a way to calm our brains down before we sleep. Because that's what is hampering nowadays, the whole thing that is going on around us. So we thought it'd be if we can use doodling as a tool of putting our mind to a relaxed state, and that will in turn help you sleep better. And I think it might be a fun, like a wonderful idea to combine it with the healing session that you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
online on YouTube. So I'm gonna try something maybe tonight, where I'm gonna listen to the sound healing, doodle on that, and I think that'll be a super super fun and relaxing
Yeah,
experience that I
yeah,
can
yeah.
have.
And
Wow! So
yeah,
I'm definitely looking
especially
forward to
so
that.
I've
Great. So thank you so much for sharing it with us,
and
Aaira.
it's going to be a different experience. Might be some new doodling may come up.
Yeah, like I keep trying doodling with sound. I think a lot of people, in fact, in our community, they do that. In fact, we have something known as music doodling, wherein you listen to music and then you doodle. But like doing it on a sound healing, guide and then doodling, I think will be a super deadly combination. Will probably help us relax better. Great. So that was fantastic. I think, Ira, thank you so much for sharing your amazing wisdom with us. So I'm just gonna recap for the people so they remember what we talked about. So we talked about how I met you in Goa in this conference, and then we started talking about self-love, which is your core, and you work as a self-love coach, and why it is so important, not even for yourself, but even for corporates, right? Because if you don't self-love each other, or like if you don't apply self-love, how will you love each other and probably this world as a whole? And then we talked about your book that we collaborated on, and I recommend all of our people to just go and check out that book on your profile. Uh, then we talk about sound healing that you have been doing. So thank you so much. It's been like all these golden nuggets of things that we actually require nowadays in this world. Now, for the last part of the of our session, I'm going to open it up to the people. So, guys, this is your chance to ask Ira any question that you want to. She has kept this time aside so that if you guys have any question related to self-love, calming yourself down, healing, and also to me, on creativity or anything, you can ask us here in the comment section, and we'll try to answer it. Do like mention to whom the question is for, so that we can pick it up. So I'll wait for them to put their questions, Ira. And meanwhile, I have something really exciting, and I call this one as uh, the rapid fire round. Okay, so there's something that I want to do in the last, 5-10 minutes is like a rapid fire round. So that helps uh, you, express
Okay.
something really, really fast without putting it too much of thinking, or it's like just what comes to your mind. So I'm gonna say a
Hmm.
word, okay, and that word, when you hear it, you have to reply what comes to your mind within within like within
Okay.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, that's how it works. So I'm gonna introduce that section here. It's called self-love rapid fire round, and this is our music for that. All right, so we're ready. So the first word is Ira is it's called cow.
Gau Mata.
What comes to mind?
Beautiful.
Forest,
Love.
beach. Okay, so this is gonna get really really interesting. Okay, so beach is love. Okay, mountains,
Mountains. A peace.
mountains, peace. Okay,
Coffee.
chai. Okay,
Love.
doodle.
Doodling.
No, you can't repeat the same word. Okay, so you have to think
Rohit.
of a feeling that comes to you. It has to be personal. Okay, moving on to the next word. Sleep.
Beauty sleep. Beauty
Yeah, that
sleep.
that we can
Beauty sleep.
for sure. Okay, sleep.
Self.
Love.
Me.
Self.
Me.
Now don't say love. It has to be something else. Me. All right. Yeah, that fits in. Wow. So I give you 10 words, and you quickly require and quickly reply to six of them. And I think the best one which I liked was, of course, doodling, but of course the
Uh-huh.
forest, the cow, and the self one. So these are the 3 words that I'm giving to you. Now what you have to do is just make a little
Wow.
drawing or a doodle by taking these three words and put it up on your Instagram
Okay.
as a
All right.
creativity challenge that I want to give you here. Okay. So the word is cow, okay, forest,
All
and
right,
self.
I'll do that.
These three words.
I don't know how
And
it's
I'll
gonna
look
be,
forward
but
to
I
your
will
doodles.
definitely try.
Great. Trust me, all of us are looking forward to like how fun it's going to be. Just make anything that comes to your mind by these three words. And guys, if you are listening to this challenge, do give it a try. So these are the three words: cow, forest, and self. How will you doodle something if you take these three words? So if you doodle it, put it up on your story, and hashtag creativity, tag doodle project, and we're gonna probably post on our video or our story tomorrow if you really like your doodle. Great. So that was like a fun session. Now let's take the questions, Aaira. I think I can see some questions on screen. Uh, so I'll just read it out to you and you can answer it. And I think it's from Pinks of Happiness, and she's saying, I think self-love can even start with talking to yourself in a positive way. Uh, Stop self-criticism
Yeah, of
and
course.
use right words to talk to yourself. Hmm. Okay. And then I'm taking,
Yeah,
so
it's a
yeah, the answer is
process,
yes.
and
That's how we
we
can
keep
do
on
uh,
evolving.
self-love. Then there's, all right. So I'm going to take the next question,
Law of
Ira, for you.
attraction.
And she's saying, I see many
Yeah.
people who
So
suffers in
see,
life follows
understand that
LOA,
even
LOA
people
and other
following
spirituality. What is
LOA
that?
or
Why is
other
that?
spirituality
Okay.
doesn't mean that they have reached to that level. They have definitely becoming better. They are trying to do something better for themselves. So they are also starting at that point. But that doesn't mean that they have achieved the highest level of LOA or they have achieved the level of spirituality. So it takes time. So every person evolves at their own pace. So it is not that we have to judge them that they are following LOL and other spirituality. That's why they are sad. But I will say that if
Mm-hmm.
you will see that for them, it is like they are in a better condition from what they were before. So, and it is evolving. It's not a stop that, okay, I practice LOL and life gonna be sorted. No, it's not going to be that. That's why I say that
Mm-hmm.
practicing these things is spirituality or LOA or healing, any other thing, is one step, each step that we have to take to move forward towards self-realization. And that is what self-love comes, that it takes you from step by step to keep evolving yourself in a better advancement. And the more it's I always use this phrase analogy like a diamond. So when you get a rough piece of a diamond, it's not shiny at all. But once you start taking the diamond, when you cut it, when you polish it, it gives little bit shine. But when you cut it more into 54 facets and you polish it well, then it starts shiny very well. It becomes very beautiful. So same that ways in our life, we are like, we all are diamonds. But it's some are raw, some are semi-raw, some are polished, some are halfway polished, and some are
Mm-hmm.
like on the process of 30 facets but not reach 54 facets. So it's the evolving. And the more cut and polish we have in our life, we evolve and we shine like a diamond. So everybody is diamond. I'm just waiting for everybody to shine now.
And that reminds me, you're also a motivational speaker, Naira. I saw that bit coming in this section. So thank you so much for your kind words to our audience. And guys, if you have any questions, you can ask Ira. We have yeah, we're almost up to our time. And like you can write here. And the three words I am just repeating for people who missed it. They are cow, forest, and self for doodling. And the hashtag you have to use is creativity. Okay, that's the title of our session. And tag Aaira for love and tag doodle project, and we'll give you some good news from our side. So Aaira, thank you so much for joining. I think I totally, I'm like, what do you say? Like, it just give me a food for thought. The last point that you said, that all of us are like forest. I used to read these books when I was applying for my college, and it just says that all of us are. It's very cliche saying, but that all of us are gifted, right? But we don't know. Like sometimes we just open our gifts too late, or sometimes forget to just open our gifts. So I think the earlier we open our gift boxes
Yes,
and we figure out
definitely.
what's inside, the earlier it'll bring happiness, peace, and joy to our life. So that's what I believe in, and I think everyone
Yes,
should keep
absolutely.
looking for
And
the
this
gifts
is exactly, Rohit, when
gifts
you
they have in their
also
life,
said in
because
starting that
everyone has
mentoring is
some
so
gifts.
important. That if you don't have the right mentor, your life will be like complete zigzag. But if you get the right mentor, your life will really become easy. And I know because I have struggled for
Yeah,
mentor. And when I take my mentees and I show them the path, it becomes so easy for them. It's same like you are the doodle master. When you teach
hmm,
other people doodling, it becomes so easy.
yeah. That's absolutely true. Mhm. I hope for them. uh, but I think I totally get that point of having a good mentor in life. It makes life so easy. Uh, but sometimes there's a saying that like the master appears when the pupil is ready. So we have to also realize that we are ready for it, and we are ready to look for a mentor for ourselves, and give it what it takes.
Absolutely,
And once you realize
absolutely.
and you have your mentor, that's a amazing combination that no one probably can stop you from being the best version of you that you can be, right? So yeah, so I think, yeah. All right. I hope the video is fine now, Sush. From my side, it's going fine. And yeah, so with that, I think we are towards the end of our session. Thank you so much, Aaira, for joining us today. This is our first session in Creativity series, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us and talk about self-love, which is so important right now in this phase of life. So thank you for that. Guys, do check out Ira's profile. She is a self-love coach, like I mentioned. Check her book and check her sound healing
Yes.
course. It's amazing.
Thank you,
It's
Rohit, so
something that I have
much.
been looking forward to tonight to doodle on. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you so much. And thank you guys for joining us. You can see our video on our IGTV if you have missed it.
Thank you,
And with
Rohit.
that,
Take care.
thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night. And this is Creativity. And I'm